Rome does not fall in a single moment. It fractures quietly through arrogance, fear, and warnings ignored. On the morning of March 15th, 44 BC, Julius Caesar walked toward the Senate believing himself untouchable. Within hours, he would be dead. But this story does not begin with daggers. It begins 48 hours earlier, with signs with omens, with voices that tried and failed to stop history. Tonight, you will hear those warnings, and you will understand why Caesar ignored every one of them. Rome in early March was restless. The Republic still existed in name, but power had already shifted. Julius Caesar was no longer merely a general. He was dictator for life. Statues of kings had been removed centuries earlier. Now Caesar's image stood where kings once stood. Whispers followed him through the forum. Not admiration, fear. Senators spoke softly. Conspirators spoke privately. And Caesar, at the center of it all, believed destiny itself was on his side. 48 hours before his death, Caesar received reports. Not threats, signals. The Senate delayed meetings. Allies grew distant. Former supporters avoided eye contact. Men who once owed him everything now met without him. This was not unusual in Rome. But this time, it was different. Brutus, whom Caesar trusted like a son, had gone silent. Cassius, sharp-tongued and bitter, had grown bold. Caesar noticed, but he dismissed it. Power changes how warnings sound. They begin to feel like noise. That belief protected him. But in the streets, cheers had softened, applause became delayed. Silence lingered longer than it should. Romans believed the gods spoke through crowds. Through behavior, through atmosphere. Caesar walked past it all. To him, the people had already chosen. And once chosen, power feels permanent. Then came the signs the Romans feared most. Sacrificial animals were cut open. Their organs malformed, the priests fell silent. Birds screamed at dawn. Lightning struck clear skies. Calpurnia, Caesar's wife, dreamed of his statue bleeding, of Rome bathing in his blood. She begged him not to leave the house. Caesar hesitated for a moment, then laughed. Great men often believe the gods warn others, not them. As Caesar passed through the forum, a voice cut through the noise. Beware the Ides of March. The soothsayer did not shout. He stated a fact. Caesar stopped, turned, smiled. The Ides have come. The man answered calmly, yes, but they have not passed. Caesar walked on. Warnings ignored often sound harmless until it's too late. Morning, March 15th. Calpurnia pleaded again. She clutched Caesar's arm. Stay. He nearly did. Then Decimus arrived. A conspirator, a trusted friend. He mocked fear, appealed to pride. The Senate waits. Caesar chose reputation over survival. As he walked toward the theater of Pompey, the city held its breath. Daggers waited beneath togas. The first blade struck from behind. Caesar turned confused. Then another and another when he saw Brutus. Resistance ended. Rome did not cheer. The Republic did not return. Chaos followed. Julius Caesar was not killed by fate. He was killed by certainty. The belief that power makes you immune to consequence. History whispers before it screams, and those who ignore the whisper are remembered by the scream.